मेरी विशेष स्वीकृति पश्चाचार्य ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनं स्वल्पय चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददति स्वपदं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवं च श्रीरूपं सगजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सवधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादं सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपीसाय गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विश्वभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। श्री मुकुंद-mālā-stotra की जय। Reading from Mukunda-mālā-stotra, text number 18. We don't have the English. We only have the English here. Oh, lotus-eyed one. Okay. Can you make it bigger? Can I see the Sanskrit? Otherwise, I just go with the English. Okay, very good. Pade nanjali nanitana sirasa gatrisaramo gamai kantena swaragat kadena nayenano giridabhaspam bhuna nityam tvacharanaravinda yugaladyanamritasva swadinam asmakam sarasirukaksha satatam sampadyatam jivitam. Padena, close together. Anjalina, with joined palms. Natena, bowed down. Sirasa, with our heads. Gatre, with bodily limbs. Sa, having Roma of their head. Wood gamai eruptions. Kantena, with the voice. Swara, sounds. Gargadena, choked up. Nayanena, with eyes. Udgirna, emitting. Vaspa, of tears. Ambuna, with the water. Lithium, constant. Twat, you are. Charana, of the feet. Aravinda, lotus. Jugala on the prayer. Dhyana, from meditation. Amrita, immortal nectar, Aswadinam, who are tasting Asmakam, our Sarasi Rudha, like a lotus growing in a lake, Aksha, O you whose eyes, Satatam, always, Sampadyatam, please assure, Jivitam, our livelihood. Translation. O lotus-eyed Lord, please sustain our lives as we constantly relish the nectar of meditating on your lotus feet. What our palms prayerfully join, our head bowed down, our bodily hair standing up in jubilation, our voices choked with emotion, and our eyes flowing with tears. Purpose. A devotee finds full satisfaction in reverently worshiping his Lord, appreciating his personal features. And while wrapped in worshiping the Lord, the Vaishnava does not worry much about his own sustenance. In modern cities, by contrast, anyone's livelihood has become an exaggerated endeavor that takes one's full energy day and night, leaving no time left for God, except perhaps on Sunday, the day of rest. The Vedic philosophy teaches that the top priority in life should be reawakening our relationship with the Lord. Therefore, a sensible man should never allow himself to get so wrapped up in his material duties that they sap all his energy and kill his desire for serving Krishna. Srila Bhakti who was both a great Vaishnava and a responsible magistrate in the Indian government, said that we should balance our material and spiritual needs. For that, we should favor the latter. In other words, we should earn our livelihood in the spirit of simple living and high thinking. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 14, Text 6, Narada Muni recommends just such a life to Maharaj Yudhishthira. An intelligent man in human society should make his program of activities very simple. If there are suggestions from his friends, children, parents, brothers, or anyone else, he should externally agree, saying, yes, that is all right. But internally, he should be determined not to create a cumbersome life in which the purpose of life will not be fulfilled. An ideal service for a householder is deity worship, either at home or in the temple. As one cleans the altar, cooks, or dresses the deity, one should relish the nectar of meditating on the Lord's lotus feet. As King Kulaśekhara says in this prayer, to be effective, worship must never be done in a time-saving mood. Sometimes Mayavadis appear to worship deities as the Vaishnavas do. But there is a world of difference because Mayavadis do not think that the Supreme Lord is a perpetual object of devotion. Rather, they think that deity worship may help one develop a meditative mood, which merges with the impersonal Brahman. Neither the Supreme Lord nor his pure devotee ever accept this kind of time-saving bhakti. The Srimad Bhagavatam and all the spiritual masters in disciple succession warn us never to consider deity worship to be idol worship. The Archa Vigraha is not a symbolic creation, but is Krishna himself, appearing in form of metal, stone, wood, etc., to facilitate devotional exchanges. What is devotees? One of the great blessings of deity worship is that it provides us with a concrete image to meditate on. Thus, deity worship, in conjunction with the descriptions of the Lord found in authorized sastras, like Srimad Bhagavatam, enables a devotee easily to absorb his mind in the form of the Lord. Here are just two of the many descriptions of the Lord's form found in the Bhagavatam. His lotus feet are placed over the holes of the lotus like heart of great mystics. On his chest is a costly jewel engraved with a beautiful cow. And there are other jewels on his shoulders. His complete torso is garlanded with fresh flowers. 2 to 10. Krishna's face is decorated with ornaments such as earrings resembling sharks. His ears are beautiful. His cheeks are brilliant. And his smiling face is attractive to everyone. Whoever sees Lord Krishna sees a festival. His face and body are fully satisfying for everyone to see. But the devotees are angry at the creator for the disturbance caused by the momentary blinking of their eyes. Srimad Bhagavatam 9:24-65. Hare Krishna. We want to heartily thank all of you present in this lecture, and we happily wish all of you a happy, Hari New Year 2024. And we pray that all the blessings of our chariots are bestowed upon you, and may this year be the best in your Christian consciousness. So you get the blessings of our chariots, Lord Krishna, to be successful in our Christian consciousness. This is our first lecture of the year, 2024, for Mauritius. So we have this beautiful prayer from Mahara Kulaśekhara. All lotus-eyed Lord, please sustain our lives as we constantly relish the nectar of meditating on a lotus feet with our palms prayerfully joined, our heads bowed down, our bodily hair standing up in jubilation, our voices choked with emotion, and our eyes flowing with tears. In the Bible, it is said, a devotee finds full satisfaction in reverently worshiping his Lord, appreciating his personal features. We have seen Lord Krishna many times because you have deities of Krishna, other expansions of Krishna. To do this mudra, this is a mudra. Lord Krishna said, anyone who come before me for this mudra on our chest, our hearts, before the Lord, Krishna said, I cannot forget. It's not difficult to do this mudra, but the result is extremely powerful. Krishna will not forget. So Kulaśekhara Maharaj is saying that, going to location, a Krishna has lotus eyes, beautiful, beautiful lotus eyes. Krishna's eye is spread to the ear like a fish. His earrings also shaped like a fish, shark. And he's always restless. Because Krishna is always looking for symmetry. And because of that, the earring is constantly swinging. So Tavratamuni said to and fro, swinging to and fro. It's beautiful. So Kulaśekhara Maharaj is meditating on this. And he said here, by meditating on this, a devotee will experience the result of that meditation, which is sweetness. It is sweetness. We are constantly relishing the nectar of meditating on a lotus feet. Krishna's feet is described as lotus. When we see Krishna's lotus feet, it is not shaped like lotus. The feet are not shaped like lotus. The feet is shaped differently from lotus. But Krishna's feet is always described as that of lotus. Why? Because lotus flower is always very pleasing, very soothing, very pleasing to the eye, very pleasing to the mind. Similarly, the supreme feet of Krishna is like lotus because by meditating on the Krishna lotus feet, it's a pleasure. It's a feast. It's a festival that devotees constantly celebrate. So Kulaśekhara Maharaj is doing that. And also, it is lotus because we get honey from the lotus flower. The bumblebees go to the lotus flower and extract the nectar. Similarly, Lord Krishna's lotus feet is the feet is compared to lotus because there is Lord Krishna's feet produces honey. But this honey is not the kind of honey we have that we're buying in the market.
Okay.
The honey which comes from the feet of Krishna, that Krishna's feet is compared to lotus, is not the kind of honey we have in the market. It's a different kind of honey. Very, very special. How special is the honey? The honey is so special that it cures the disease of the heart. The lust. This honey cures it. Our ordinary honey can cure our eyes problem, our ear problem, our tooth problem, belly, stomach. But it doesn't have the power to cure the disease of the heart. So Krishna's feet is compared to lotus because the feet produce a honey which cures this disease. And you won't meditate upon the Krishna lotus feet. The disease of the heart will be cured. Therefore, it's a special honey. And so the feet is compared to lotus. And because the disease is being cured, those who are very, very fortunate to be drinking this honey find their bodily hair to be standing up in jubilation. And the voice will choked up in ecstatic emotion of pure love of Godhead. And the eyes will be filled with tears of pure love of Godhead. That's what this lotus, the honey from the lotus feet of Krishna produces. And this is what it does. It's able to make our hair stand on end in complete jubilation. A voice choked with emotion, and the eyes are filled with tears, constantly flowing with tears, not the tears of anxiety or frustration or pain or material resistance. These tears of pure joy, pure Krishna consciousness, comes from the lotus feet of Krishna. Therefore, devotees find full satisfaction in reverently worshipping Lord Krishna, appreciating his personal features, and while wrapped in worshipping the Lord, a Vaishnava does not worry much about his own sustenance. This is a secret that is not known to mundane people. If we want to be happy, we want to draw Krishna's attention to our life, we should give up selfishness. We should become selfless, always look for the benefit of others. Because by doing this, Lord Krishna will start looking for us. This secret is not found anywhere. Only the pure devotees know this. The devotees are concerned about how to do good to others. How? What good have I done today for other people? This is how a devotee thinks. Devotee is not thinking about my, 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 my. This is selfishness. And this contamination taint the heart. Worse is death. Therefore, there is no happiness for the people who are not looking for others' welfare, but always concerned about their issue. In modern cities, by contrast, anyone's livelihood has become an exaggerated endeavor that takes one's full energy, day and night, leaving no time left for God, except perhaps on Sunday, a day of rest. I was telling when some devotees, not one, some devotees, Lord Krishna gave us 24 hours, but we don't have time for Krishna. Just see our misfortune. You see our misfortune. The person who has given us 24 hours and he can take it at any time without question or without interruption. We don't have time for him. Just see our misfortune. We have no time. It is true. We shouldn't have any time because time is not our property. So how can we have something which is not ours? So only devotees will have time. Non-devotee would never have time. We say Maya is very strong, but how strong is Maya? That is not easy to understand. But in Krishna consciousness, we can understand that Maya is so strong that it keeps us 24 hours busy outside Krishna. So that we don't have time for Krishna. We don't have time to purify our existence by serving Krishna. Therefore, many people go to a place of worship only on Sundays. But the remaining days are used for running around competing with animals. Every day we are competing with animals, running. Animals are running with 2 legs, 4 legs. We are also running with 4 tires. Same thing. 4 legs, 4 tires is the same thing. The business is the same, running around. For what? Not for God, but for self gratification. So that is a complete failure because the human life is not meant for running around for self gratification. Nature has already made arrangement for that. The Vedic philosophy teaches that the top priority in life should be reawakening our relationship with the Lord. Therefore, a sensible man should never allow himself to get so wrapped up in his material duties that they sap all his energy and kill his desire for serving Krishna. Srila Bhakti, who was both a great Vaishnava and a responsible magistrate in the Indian government, said that we should balance our material and spiritual needs, but that we should favor the latter. In other words, We should earn our livelihood in the spirit of simple living and high tech. We should not become so sophisticated, so polished, so animalistic that we are very busy, like beast of burden, working so hard for material body, which will not be maintained. Material body cannot be maintained because it is not meant to stay forever. It will go with time. So struggling very hard to maintain this body is not the business of a human being. Animals are doing it perfectly. The human being has the responsibility to revive our dormant Krishna consciousness, our pure love for Krishna, and to finish the business of material existence, to go back to the spiritual world. That is the business for this book. So the Muni instructed the Yudhishthira Maharaj that an intelligent man in human society should make a program of activities very simple. If there are suggestions from his friends, from children, from parents, brothers, or anyone else, he should certainly agree. Yes, 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 yes. But one should not do that. Generally, he should not do it. Should determine not to create a cumbersome life in which the purpose of life will not be fulfilled. We should do something else. Plan our life so that our Krishna consciousness will be perfect. The end of our life will be success in Krishna consciousness. An ideal service for a householder is deity worship. Worship deity, either at home or in a temple. As one cleanses the altar, cooks, or dresses the deity, one should relish the nectar of meditating on the Lord's lotus feet, as King Kulaśekhara says in this prayer. To be effective, worship must never be done in a time-saving mood. Sometimes Mayavadis appear to worship the deities as Vaishnavas do. The Mayavadis, they worship the deities as a means to attain Brahman. So if you see Mayavadi worshiping deities, you should not think, oh yes, what is wrong? See, they worship the deities, they have deities, they worship things. Very nice. No, we should look at the intention. They are worshiping the deities as a means to become Brahman. The devotees, they worship the deities not as a means, but as the end. It's a means and also the end. Because we are practicing worshiping the deities. Because Krishna is a person, and Krishna is always a person. So that when we go back home, back to Godhead, we are going to be with the person, the personality of Godhead, but Krishna. So we render our service to him, give him all pleasure. So we worship the deities with the full attention, knowing perfectly well that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is just right before me. What a great fortune that the Lord is right before me. I will have the fortune to serve the deities, serve Krishna directly. We should know this. We stand before the deity, we should know. The Supreme Personality of God is right before me. One who knows me completely, one who knows everything about me, one whose protection is him, one who is our protector, our guardian, our shelter, one who has our success in his hands, that can give it to us anytime. That should be the mood of worshiping the deity, not as a botheration. Not because we have nothing to do, so we don't have to while away our time. No, we are worshiping a person, the supreme person, who out of his costless mercy has come to help us become successful in our personal consciousness. And householders will worship the deity because our attention will go there. Instead of centered around the house and become attached. To worship the deities, the deity will take our attention to him, Krishna. That is suffering. So deity worship is not a preparation, it's a reality. You know the means certain Brahman, but it's the end also. So we're going to have the supreme person with us. The Srimad Bhagavatam and all the spiritual masters in disciple succession warn us never to consider deity worship to be idol worship. I saw this is very common in India. Very, very common in India to call the deities idol. Recently, last week, the yantra to be put on the foundation in an Ayodhya. What they wrote there is this has to be done before the idol. Idol. This is an offense. We are not idol worshippers. We are deity worshippers, not idol worshippers. So they are calling the deities idol. Ram's idol is going to be put on the ground, going to be installed. Before then, the yantra has to be idol. But we are not idol worshippers. We are deity worshippers. Idol is material, is condemned in the scripture. But deity worship is approved and sanctioned to be worshipped in all the scriptures, both in Quran, both in Bible, and in our system. So we are not idol worshippers. Let us correct this big mistake we are making, calling deities idol. It's an offense. Yes. Because deity worship, in conjunction with the descriptions of the Lord found in authorized sastras like Srimad Bhagavatam, enable the devotee easily to absorb his mind in the form of the Lord. Idol cannot absorb our mind because there is nothing inside. It's a material thing. Material thing cannot bring us perfection. You cannot offer a food to idol and become purified by eating. It cannot be prasadam. Prasadam is only for Krishna, Krishna Balaram. Yes, Krishna Balaram. That's it. Yeah, offer our food to Krishna Balaram. Immediately it transforms. This afternoon we're discussing Bhagavatam 11th canto. And we mentioned how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, few hours ago, this was rice. Now this rice has been touched by Lord Jagannath lotus lips, and his saliva is on it. So now it is not rice again, it is rice prasada. So to call it rice is an offense. It is rice prasada. Because Lord Jagannath saliva is on it. So one eat that become purified. Lord Jagannath and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said in the Goridas Pandit's house, Goridas Pandit. This Mahaprasadam Lord Shiva is looking for it. Lord Brahma is looking for it. Great personalities are looking for it. Today, in this house, 130% will attain pure love of God. Because it is deity, not idol. One cannot have the food from idol and get purified. It is only from the deity that one can get purified. Why? Because Krishna is inside. Krishna is there. So he has saved the food and gave us back the remnants. So Krishna Prasada. We get pure love of God. As in Goda's Pandit's house. In Jagannath Puri, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said the same thing. This Mahaprasada, Lord Jagannath samosa. You have not tasted samosa of Jagannath. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say, give pure love for God, Jagannath samosa. Not the one you're making in Mauritius. It is different. Not what cheese samosas you make. This one is what the prem of Lakshmi Devi. Yes, she cooked Lord Jagannath prasad. Tasting the prasadam for Lord Jagannath brings pure love for God. Pure love for God. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because Lord Jagannath is inside. Therefore, we should have absorbed our mind in worshiping the deities fully. Rabbi Das Goswami, he mentioned that when the Sushma Dev informed Srimati Radharani a festival Bhagarvi Muni was performing for Krishna's and Balaram's protection at the base of Govardhan. Anyone who attend will attend pure love for God. You have his desire fulfilled. Srimati Radharani immediately stood up from where she was sitting, took a fresh bath, and with full attention, without anything in the mind, worship the Supreme Personality of God. And after worshiping, with the full mind, full attention, nothing passed through the mind. Then she collected a required item, pure cow ghee, and carried that on her lotus supreme head. And imagine, let's meditate on that. Symmetrically carrying the golden pot containing pure cow ghee for the festival. She carried that on her head. She didn't give it to her sister. Although she was with a Buddhi Lalit, Buddhi, Buddhi Visakha, an affectionate Lalita, Buddhi Visakha. They were discussing, was she not give the ghee to them to carry? She carried the pot of the ghee by herself. On her head was one thing, and they were discussing pleasantly. What were they discussing? They just talk about Krishna. This is Krishna consciousness. Please let us meditate on that. In our mind's eye, sees materially carrying this on her head. And these days she wears red sari, not the blue sari which she wears every day. These days she's going for this jaguar, she put on the red sari, red sari. Very beautiful. To show you the sari. To show you how. You want to see? Okay, I will show it to you. So you can. Sorry. The devotees have cleaned it and shifted it. They have shifted it somewhere. So this is how to worship the deity with the fixed mind, fixed attention. Because he went to attend this. That's how we worship the deity. Absorb the mind in that. By absorbing our mind in Krishna, futures. Krishna's face is decorated with ornaments such as earrings resembling sharks. His ears are beautiful, his cheeks are brilliant, and his smiling face is attractive to everyone. Whoever sees Lord Krishna sees a festival. It's a festival. His face and body are fully satisfying for everyone to see. But the devotees are angry at the creator of for the disturbance caused by the momentary blinking of their eyes. All right, Hare Krishna. Any comment or questions?
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Anyone having question, you may type in the chat box or you may raise your virtual hand.
Yanand Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Please accept my humble obeisances as a just
Thank you.
Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj, you mentioned that if one will order the samosa from Jagannath Puri, then he will attain pure love of God. Then you mentioned that Lakshmi Devi personally, she cooked this item for Lord Jagannath. So if you could elaborate on this first time a bit, Guru Maharaj, how Lakshmi Devi cooked for Jagannath.
Yeah, it's Lakshmi Devi who cooks for Lord Jagannath. In Jagannath Puri, it's Lakshmi Devi who do the cooking. Everything is arranged. All the ingredients arranged. I see. And then everybody will leave. She will arrange everything. They put the pot on top of each other. And everything will cook perfectly. It's a mysterious cooking, not just setting the wood or setting the stove and all that. It's a mysterious cooking. That is why there's no question of I think any quantity of food in Jagannath Puri that you not get at all times. Any number, bring 1 million people there, you get enough prasadam. Bring 10 billion people there, you get enough prasadam. There's nothing like prasadam is finished. Anytime you go to Jagannath Puri, ask for prasadam, you get. You get. because of Lakshmi Devi's mysterious cooking. It never finished. So Jagannath had never stopped eating. The sun is always full of prasad. All right.
Yes, thank you, Maharaj. Maharaj, second question, Maharaj. May I also can take it later?
Can ask what are you doing?
Um,
So many years ago.
you mentioned that many people, they go to the temple only on like Sunday, and the remaining days they are struggling to sustain themselves. On the other hand, the devotee, he has no anxiety. He's not worried about his own sustenance. Just by looking after the Lord, taking care of the Lord, he is satisfied in himself and he has complete success. But when we see our practical, like in the world, everyone is like running here and there. Like you mentioned, animals, they're struggling for their own survival. So we see people, they have been conditioned to work like this or to live like this. So how we can break that conditioning?
By hearing, it is by hearing this, we will get to understand that simply wasting our time. When I ask one devotee who abandoned the deity to go and look for money, I told him, Prabhu, the person who gives you the strength to go and look for the money, and the person who is making arrangement for you to get it, the person who also give you the means for you to go and look for this money, you left him here to go and look for me. You think that is intelligent? Don't you think that he can tell you today you're not going to go to where you're going and you cannot do anything? It's our foolishness. He didn't listen to me. He jumped out, but he ended up in a hospital for months. And he's requesting for devotee to come and contribute money to pay the hospital bill. This illusion which we are in every day, because we don't have the faith that Krishna can maintain us. Krishna is maintaining. So if I don't work like axe, I will not have the ends meet. I have not seen anyone who has ever met the end. Otherwise, the billionaires should not be working. By now, they should be sitting in one place and chanting Hare Krishna. But we don't see them doing that. They are struggling more seriously than a common person who doesn't have much money like he has. We are not looking, we have eyes, but we don't see. We have ears, we don't hear. And our mind is clouded with so many narratives. So we don't accept what we're hearing. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu always associate, where were they working? We think it cannot happen to us. We think that that cannot happen to the life they experience, we cannot experience it. Where were they working? They were having feast every day. This is illusion. The Lord will maintain. So we should make our life simple. I will get everything. All right.
Thank you, Maharaj.
We have two questions from the chat box. First is from Vishnupriya Devidasi. Hare Krishna, dearest Gurudev. If someone is doing deity worship not with absorbing mind, but out of duties, is it an offense?
Yes. You should do it with love. Don't do it like okay, yeah, okay, do it, let me just do it. You're not going to get salary from it. You're going to get paid from it. You do it with love. You're dealing with the supreme love. That is what the soul should do. So we should not do it like a duty. Let me just fulfill my duty, rituals. It should be done with affection. That's what Kulaśekhara made in instant here. Absorb the mind in doing that. And the result is that you feel it. The tears is coming, the hair is on, and the voice is faltering. Because the mind is absorbed in doing it. So here he's teaching us that we should absorb the mind. Absorption. So let us do it properly. Doing it as a duty, we are minimizing Krishna. This is not the priority. It's just a ritual for me to do as a household. That is wrong. We should know that Krishna is the supreme person of God. He does not need us. But he has created a chance for us to get purified. So it is for our own benefit. So we should do it nicely. We're not just doing it for Krishna because Krishna is helpless. So we have to help Krishna. That is not true. We have this helpless boy. That's not the concept. Krishna is not the helpless boy that he need our help. Krishna prayed to Satyavratani, Satya. Who's that? Who was Satya? So Krishna prayed to him, please don't put me back in the ocean. There's big fishes there, they're going to chop me up. Please protect me, protect me. Did he pray to Kamsa like that? Krishna, please don't kill me, I'm afraid of you. Please give me protection. I'm your nephew. Krishna prayed to Kamsa like that? No. He only prayed to his devotees. It's affection. So he's not like a helpless boy that needs attention. So we have to help him so he doesn't die helplessly. That is not Krishna consciousness. We should give our attention fully. Should be absorbed in that. Be very careful, very nicely. In dealing with the Supreme Lord, this is a chance for me to get purified. So attend to the Lord very nicely. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Gurudev, we have 3 more questions. Next question is from Adidev Prabhu. Deity is the Lord himself. So if someone calling deity idol out of ignorance or any other reasons, does it make deity lose the supremacy?
The Lord will not, nothing will affect the Lord. Either we accept him, we don't accept him, disrespect him, mistreat the deity, can break the deity's hand. That is not Christian hand we are broken. We are not broken Christian hand. We are broken in marvel, not the deity's hand, not Christian's hand. But if you do that, Christian will break our hand. That's happened to so many devotees as a witness personally. Many devotees, Christian broke their hand. Yes, I have one God brother that happened to him. Two, 1 6 inches nail pierced his feet. His foot. Because he did that to Jagannath, he put pin on Jagannath body. Jagannath pierced his foot with the nail. And the other devotee in the same temple, I saw this same temple. He broke Nityananda's hand. Nityananda broke his own hand physically. Without it falling there. The exact place he broke the deity, the exact place on his own hand was broken. So deity is not helpless. The Supreme Personal God. And if you minimize the deity, does not change Christian position. Never. Or you don't feed the deity will not starve. Somebody is feeding you. You see how many temples are all over the world worshiping Krishna? So you're feeding Krishna for your own good. For Krishna is good, for your own good. If you don't feed the Krishna and take Krishna remnant, what will you eat? You're going to eat burger and die helplessly. So we're doing everything for our own benefit. Krishna is so kind. He designed a way for us to get purified. So we're grateful to Krishna. All right?
Yes, Gurudev. Next question. How can we improve our relationship with the deities so that they can communicate with us?
Read the deity book very carefully and try to understand that the deity is a person. It's a person we're dealing with, not idol. Not idol, it's a person. Not just a person, the supreme person who loves us, who cares for us, and he has come just to give us blessings, just to help us. We should think like this and pray to him and serve them very nicely. Pray to them and they will reciprocate. They will reciprocate. Always they will reciprocate. All right.
Thank you, Shakudev. We have one last question. Hare Krishna Shakudev, can you share some recent sweet pastimes you had with your deity Shishirada Shamsundar?
This morning, a devotee was offering me something. Krishna said, don't take it. Not this morning. Don't take it. I didn't take it. Just this morning. I didn't know what was there. When he was saying, don't take it out, I said, what is that? First, I was going to finish the date service. I was doing the 30. And after that, I was going to pray my father's sickness. Don't take it. When I turned back, I turned back, I saw it. I didn't take it. I was smiling. I said, thank you, Desham Sunda. I have to take something just this one. Very, very personal. Very, very personal. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Shakudev, thank you so much for the enlivening class, and we are very grateful to you for your precious time. Thank you, dear devotees. We are very grateful to you as well for your presence today. We are hoping to see you all very soon in our next Monday Zoom lecture. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna to everyone. Have a good night and see you next time. Hari Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna Shakti.
Hare Krishna.
His Holiness
Holiness
Bhakti
Bhakti.
Maharaj ki.
Jai.
Prabhupada
His
ki.
Holiness Bhakti Tirtha Swami ki.
Jai.
Jai.